Back to throw will be Ratliff's got a lot of time. He's going deep. Castile's up, flag on the play. Castile's there at the 5. He's got it, dives in. He is going to be given the touchdown.
In every family, there's usually a favorite story. For the Whittinghams, the tale of the strawberries is right near the top.
Did he tell you?
He told the story. We get to hear your version and his.
I'm in the grocery store teasing my brothers, as I always did. I was the oldest, so I was a big tease.
We were kind of having people look at us, you know, and I kept saying, now quit it. Quit teasing him, Kyle.
And she had had enough, and we were in the produce section, grabbed the nearest fruit, which is a strawberry, and just plowed it in my face.
Well, I just grabbed him by the chin, and I said, quit doing that.
I had to use the sprayer thing that they spray the fruit down with and kind of rinse off.
And he didn't tease him anymore.
And he's got the ball. Here's Weddle inside the 5, touchdown.
Fast forward a few decades, and Nancy Whittingham couldn't be more proud of her oldest son, now the University of Utah's head football coach. In fact, she says she loses sleep just thinking about the next big game.
I was having a dream that I was here in the stadium in my bathrobe, and we were losing.
That's your version of a nightmare.
Yeah. We were losing, and I had on my turquoise bathrobe, and everyone was going, well, look no wonder we're losing.
In 40 years, with 4 sons and a husband who made a career in football, Nancy's been to more games than she can count.
See, we needed to get that far ahead before halftime.
And she knows all the sports cliches.
Life goes on, win or lose, but it's better to win.
Ratliff double pumping, comes near side, wide open. Richards, touchdown, Utah.
It isn't always easy, she says, sitting in the stands. Sometimes it's cold, and the games can get stressful. But her son was cut out for this, she says, from a very young age.
He's typical oldest son prototype. You know, likes what his dad does.
Fred Whittingham played football for nearly a decade with the NFL. A young Kyle watched his dad from the sidelines.
We moved to Provo when he was 14.
And within a few years, Kyle was living his own football dreams as starting linebacker at BYU, where his dad was defensive coach. Eventually, father and son worked together, but not in Cougar Blue.
Now we're just red at heart, so.
Kyle Whittingham's daughter, Melissa, is a cheerleader at Utah and says the family's been red as long as she can remember.
My grandpa started coaching at Utah when I was in the 1st grade, so I don't really remember ever having any feelings of love towards BYU.
I always thought it would be a little more fun to be a Ute rather than a Cougar.
Really?
You can't dress up like a Cougar.
Every BYU Utah game, my grandma has like this big red headdress, like Indian headdress, and she'll put it on, and she'll walk through the BYU crowd, like up and down the stairs in her Utah headdress.
And she is a one of a kind. She has got more personality and more charisma than maybe anyone I've ever met in my life. Growing up was an adventure for my brothers and I and my little sister.
Can you hear her on the sideline?
I can't. You know, I don't hear anything, though. I'm oblivious. I got those headphones on, and I'm oblivious to any of the crowd comments or noise, which is probably a good thing a lot of the time.
There is one voice he hears, though, even through all the noise.
I know his dad was the one who was really proud, and I'm sure he's more thrilled than anybody.
Fred Whittingham passed away in October of 2003, a year before Kyle was offered Utah's head coaching job.
Kyle feels him, just, you know, randomly. And I've asked him, I said, you ever think Dad's around? He said, yeah, sometimes.
And sometimes that's all it takes to score the difference.
Heaney being flushed out, he's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked all the way back to the 17.
At Rice-Eccles Stadium, Sammy Leinbach for the Mountain.
Well, if there's ever a game that he wants his presence to be felt, it will be tomorrow.
Yes, it will. What an amazing story and what an amazing family. All right, time for a quick break. You're watching Post Game Live right here on the Mountain.